Welcome to the Rewrite Your Story with Tasha Joe podcast, where we fearlessly dive into the vast realm of thoughts, ideas, and conversations that know no bounds. Buckle up and prepare for a wild ride as we venture into uncharted territories and explore the unexplored. On this journey, we leave no stone unturned and no topic untouched. From the profound to the absurd, from the mundane to the extraordinary, we delve into the depths of human curiosity and embrace the sheer unpredictability of life. This is the podcast where anything and everything takes center stage. Each episode is a thrilling adventure into the unknown as we bring you fascinating discussions, captivating stories, and mind-bending perspectives as we embark on a quest for knowledge, enlightenment, and endless entertainment. Expect the unexpected, for here there are no boundaries and no limitations. Open your mind, expand your horizons, and get ready to be captivated by the infinite possibilities that await. So whether you're a seeker of knowledge, a lover of stories, or simply someone who craves the thrill of the unknown, this podcast is tailor-made just for you. Tune in, fasten your seatbelt, and prepare for a roller coaster ride through the vast expanse of human curiosity. Get ready to be amazed, enlightened, and entertained, because on this podcast, there's only one rule. There are no rules. Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back. On today's episode, I have Derek back with me, and today's topic is Kava. Welcome, Derek.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And apologies, we don't have any Kava to be session on right now. That would go really well with this. I didn't even think about it. So
That's okay.
we're waiting on a large order to come in. So of very, very high level Kava. That's actually well thought of. The person that we're purchasing from is well thought of in the Kava community, and a big part of it. He's an islander from Fiji, and he's shout out to Tess. As soon as this episode airs, I'm definitely sending this episode to you to say thank you for helping me today. He kind of walked me through kind of the level of the Kava that he grows in Fiji.
Okay.
Yeah, on the island of Vanuatu.
Okay.
And
Yeah, Kava has become a huge hit ever since we started doing it. It just keeps getting better and better, and so many people have been coming in asking for it. So yeah. We're onto something.
I think we're definitely we're on the ground floor of something amazing.
Mhm.
Kava being the social lubricant that it is, it's an amazing root that has changed my life. I know it's changed other people's lives. I know everybody here at Mystic, they definitely
everybody loves it.
drinking Kava.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Joni's, spin of the flavors that she puts into it, how she mixes it up.
Those have been a huge hit.
Yeah, everybody loves them. And
Yeah.
like two months in a row for our first Fridays, Kava has actually outsold our tacos.
Yeah.
And which means you guys need to eat more tacos if you come down to because I'm feeling lonely out there.
Oh.
But I just want to let people know that we are going to be officially open starting in July. We'll have regular hours and on a Saturday. So if you want to just come down and get some Kava and enjoy yourselves, and then kind of do the downtown walk, especially during the summertime. And we'll have Kava for retail. So if you're a person that can't necessarily come out and come to the lounge on a regular basis, but you still want to be drinking Kava on a regular basis, we'll have that for retail as well.
And we're looking to do different, not just like the powder, but possibly like Kava alternatives, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I think he's sending me some samples of the tinctures, which is a
Okay.
Kava extract, right?
Yeah.
So then we can mess around with
For
it.
people on the go that don't have
Right.
time to whip it up. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, like, for example, you get a pipette and you put the extract, which is very concentrated, and say some hot chocolate.
Okay.
So some people just can't do the earthy flavor of Kava.
Yep.
So that portion of it there'll be Kava for everybody. And then there's going to be an instant Kava. Thanks for reminding me about that. Instant Kava, which I think is going to be a huge hit for, like you had mentioned, people that are on the go. People that just want some Kava, but they don't have time to strain it out, because the traditional prep does take a while.
Yeah.
And you got to kind of know what you're doing. This is why people kind of shy away from it, right? So
we'll have lots of different options.
Yeah, we'll have options so that for the people that are on the go and just want some Kava to go or whatever, that's what it's going to be there for, or that's what it's going to be. And the two types of Kava that were ordered today, let me just pull up the So we have a Loloma Waka Kava, which is a much more lateral and sedative feeling. So you'll definitely get the sleepiness. You'll get the kind of like really relaxed, something you
Mhm.
want to just fall asleep to a movie drinking, right? And
Yeah.
then we also bought the Vanuatu. The Vanuatu is matter. It is more of a social, like a higher level. Like it makes you more. It's like a day kava,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Doesn't make you sleepy, but makes you feel good.
Feel good.
Yeah.
And you'll
Mhm.
eventually get there to being sleepy. You just feel good. So
Yeah.
we want to offer two items. So if you're somebody that just really wants some kava and go to sleep, we got that. And if you're somebody that's going to be walking around, wants to be social and bubbly and having fun
So
and hanging out.
exciting.
Yeah, yeah. And TJ, shout out to TJ. He looked up for me. He said, Kava, here's a good thing about Kava. At the concentrations we drink it at, has about 17 calories, right? Per, like, I think it's
Mhm.
like 30 ounces
Yeah.
of the tea,
Yeah.
17 calories.
Yeah.
So, man, I just burned 17 calories flapping my jaw right
Okay.
now, right? So, like,
Yeah.
so people that are health conscious or people that are, like definitely calorie counting or whatever
Mhm.
dietary needs, this is a very low calorie beverage that does give you the good feelings that you want to have
Mhm.
without a lot of the side effects of some of the things that we've talked about in the past, like
And we're
alcohol.
also in the process of redoing that mid area in our shop and creating like a full on lounge so people can
Right.
come and hang out. So we've got lots coming.
Yeah, and it's gonna be great because then there'll be a retail presence, not just of the Kava, but shout out to the scrapyard. We're looking to start having fighters come down here,
Mhm.
and then they'll be talking to me. They'll be sharing their story. I'm inviting Austin because I know he's a huge fight connoisseur,
Mhm.
and some of the fighters, they can share their story. We can drink some Kava. We can sesh out. We can definitely, I would love to invite everybody that goes and competes in the scrapyard
Yeah.
down there because I think there's some amazing people there, some amazing stories, and it's time for you guys to be heard too. And we
Yeah.
have the perfect place
Absolutely.
here with I love this podcast room. It's so
It's
chill and
cozy.
relaxed,
Mhm.
and like it's so inviting,
Yeah.
and yet you know what I mean? It has everything you need to be
Yeah.
able to get your voice out there to the
Yeah.
people. So,
Yep. And soon we'll be doing videos too once we get that whole set up.
yeah, the video portion, I mean, God bless the people that love tedious editing.
Yeah.
I can do it, but man, I hate it when
Yeah.
I do it,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm too
No.
like ADD
Me
with
too.
stuff and like
Sitting down that long, I'm like, oh my God.
yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid of using a computer, but
Yeah.
I do have a friend of mine. He was like, "Can you show me how to edit?" So I was like sitting him down, kind of walking him through some of and you could just see his eyes go gloss
Mhm.
over. And it was like I lost him after about 2 minutes of it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, and that's why we were just talking before we started recording too, like, I used to sit there and edit, and now I'm like, "You know what? People want the raw, the real," so we've just been airing them, and so, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I might sneeze, I might
Yeah.
be a human being, God forbid, and
Yep.
I might do these things. Please don't hate me if I do, but
Yeah.
you're censoring out the absolute rawness and the realness of
Mhm.
somebody because the only time I think editing really does come into play is on the digital side of things. But you watch some of the more successful podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm not even paying attention to
No.
their body movement or anything.
No.
I'm
You're
usually
just
listening to
yeah.
them while I'm driving.
Yep.
So I don't even really
Yeah.
want the video, but the video is nice to have because you
Yes.
can stream it off of
See
multiple
people in
channels.
action and yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
and put a face to a name. That's
Mhm.
that's always important for me. And
Especially bringing in all these fighters, and that way people
mhm,
are hearing them, but they can see who they are too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think I shout out to Solo. If you're listening, man, we got to get you down here and we got to get you going because I know you're a big time, person that has a great story and you do a lot of great things out in the community, man. And a lot of people love you, dude. So
Yeah, not just scrapyard fighters, but anybody out there who wants to share their story or, has something to say. We are always looking for guest speakers.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so this is a great place, a non-judgment zone.
Hmm.
And I think that, everybody can learn from everyone.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're obviously demonstrating that now, like with all of the mixture that we have of all the business owners here in Mistake.
Hmm.
Everybody has something to give and to offer that's leveling each one of us up,
Yeah.
and that collective thought process has really helped build
Yeah.
anybody. So together, right?
Yeah.
Like we said in the beginning.
Yeah. No, I'm super excited. And like I was saying, Kava is just, what's your favorite part about Kava? Like, do you drink it
Ooh,
every single day?
yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a ritual for you.
So just going, I'm glad you said that because we're all creatures of habit,
Yeah.
but we could call it a ritual, right?
Yeah.
Like I get home, shake off the day. I would crack a White Claw, I'd throw some vodka in there,
Mm-hmm.
and my night would get started, right?
Yep.
I still am that creature of habit that I want to shake off the day, but instead of cracking a White Claw and vodka, I mix up some Kava or Joe, excuse me. And if Joey's home, she'll have some made for me, and I just start scooping Kava and drinking,
Yeah.
getting going. And I like to have a couple of big tall glasses of Kava,
Yeah.
and then I'm feeling great. I'm very socially lubricated. Like, so being a working stiff, I
Yeah.
know you're a
Yep.
full-time business owner, but
Mhm.
being a working stiff, there's a lot of times you got to hold your tongue,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, because you
Yep.
want to keep that job, right?
Yep.
And so, and you're a business owner, so, and you have a customer. Sometimes you got somebody that's just unreasonable or whatever,
Mhm.
right? And that negative energy, throughout the day, it builds up, and
Yep.
that's why alcohol is because it takes it off you so quick.
Mhm.
Kava does the same thing. It takes
Yeah.
about 15 minutes for the
Yeah.
kava to really hit you.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden that anxiety, all the stress, all that stuff, you just relax, man. And when you're in your home and you're around your family, isn't that what you want to do?
Yeah.
You
To
know?
be present too.
And I got to
Yeah.
tell you, I've only had one argument with my lovely wife, Joni, under the influence of kava.
Wow.
And I've been drinking it for a
And you
little,
guys used to fight a lot when you were
oh
drinking it.
yeah, every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because all that so Alex, shout out to Alex, have brought up about spirits, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. So why do you think they call them spirits? Well, you're opening yourself up when you got that level of
Mhm.
alcohol in you. You're opening yourself up. Something's gonna come in there.
Yeah.
It could be a good one, and you're
Yep.
having the best time of your life. It could be a bad one, and
Yep.
boy, what a terrible night that's gonna be, right? And
Yep.
and so kava, I think it blocks that part, so it just helps you just feel good in your body, and it has a
You're
natural.
vibrating higher.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that is exactly
Definitely.
right. Thank you for
Mhm.
saying that.
Yep.
So I think so for me, I prefer to vibrate higher. I enjoy the good energy, and boy, did the sleep. Here's the thing: if you had a bad day today, doesn't a good night's sleep
Yeah.
sound like the best medicine? So you can shake it off and go the next day.
Yep.
And man, that's what kava does,
Yeah.
and that's what I want to bring to our community out here. I mean, as we've talked about before, you walk down the street, you got 3 tap rooms, 4 bars, right? And everybody's booming.
Yeah.
Business is booming in all
Yeah.
these establishments, right? And
Yep.
this is not me attacking alcohol or people that consume alcohol, but I am saying that our lives are so stressful now.
And there's better ways to have fun
There,
and socialize.
yeah,
Yeah.
and again, I've been quoted saying this, so I'll say it again here. There's no such thing as good information. There's no such thing as bad information. There's just information, and it's incredible. How I
Mhm.
receive that information, right?
Yep.
That's where the determination of good or bad happens, right?
Yep.
For all of us. In the same thing, alcohol isn't good. It's not bad. It just is. It's just that thing, right? But if
Mhm.
that's all we know to cast off the negative portions of the day, right? We have this wonderful operating system, which
Yeah.
is the human body, right?
Yep.
And there's no instruction manual,
Yep.
and I've been listening to a lot of Sanguru and inner
Mhm. Oh,
engineering.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, and
Love
and
him.
yeah, and he's just absolutely brilliant on how he can, you know, ask the questions. Like, used to be, in his village when he was growing up, he said if, it was like 99%, people were sober and just
Mhm.
happy, go lucky, right? And there was always that one drunk guy that was always drunk, and they were like the weirdo.
Yeah.
Now it's the
Yeah.
opposite,
Yeah.
right? Like everybody's drunk and they're looking at you like you're weird for not
Yeah.
being that way.
And alcohol, you may feel like it's raising your vibration because of, what it does, but it is lowering your vibration when you're drinking it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. And let me tell you, the next day, my vibration was not very
Oh, yeah,
high,
I bet.
in the morning with the hangovers that I would get. And that's the other problem. We start
Yeah.
getting used to those
Mhm.
hangovers and you start powering through it. And then a drink sounds good at the end of the night, and now you're daily drinking, and
But if
that's
you can replace that with something that's not going to give you that hangover, that makes you feel just as good and
correct.
it's good for you,
Yes.
yeah.
And that's the kava and the healing portion and healing function of kava. And I think something like the tincture, the extracts, etc. I don't know, I keep calling them tinctures,
Yeah.
but the extracts, for the people that don't like the flavor of
Mm-hmm.
kava, but they still want
The
the
effects.
the
Yeah.
effects, is a fantastic idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, I think that there's a fantastic there's kava for everybody.
Yeah.
And that instant kava, I'm very excited to be sampling that. Again, thank you, Tess. We because again, I know you're super busy, but like
Yeah.
the whole prep part sometimes you're
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
whatever. So if you
Yeah.
could
To
just
whip it up, but to
yeah,
have
pour up
something
some
easy on the go, heck
yeah.
yeah, I would be doing it every day.
So that's what I'm saying. So again, there's kava for everybody. And
Mm-hmm.
thankfully all the people that have taken the time and where we're sourcing the kava from, their processing is a lot, I think a lot more I'm a big person on sourcing,
Yeah.
and I think that they're sourcing the way they dry their kava. They spend a lot of money on the machines to make sure that it's microbe free, so you're not
Mm-hmm.
getting like the old process of kava. They grind it up and they rinse it down and they let it dry in the sun. Well, you could get some E. coli in there.
Yeah.
There could be some nasty stuff. These
Mm-hmm.
guys absolutely none of that,
Yeah.
because and they process it in the proper ways, and they're sourcing it from fields of nutrient rich soil, volcanic. So Vanuatu is they call it the Fire Island. So it's
Mm-hmm.
volcanic soil,
Yeah.
which everybody knows is the most nutritive soil for
Yep.
plants. So these plants are growing in this soil, right? And it takes about 5 to 6 years to really get a mature plant that you would want to harvest and stuff. So like they do all the sciencey and the
Mm-hmm.
biological stuff of it, and then we can reap the rewards of it. And hope eventually, like we said, we're trying to plan that trip to Fiji
Yep.
next year. But Tess
Heck
just
yeah.
told me he just told me we might want to go to Hawaii actually,
Oh, okay. Oh,
because
yeah.
he said, and because they're farming in Hawaii as
Yeah.
well, right? And he said, here's the problem with the if we went to Vanuatu, he goes, you go out into the bush. So like you're like 3 hours in like
Oh
Land
my God, that'd be
Rover.
so cool.
I know when
Yeah.
I was like
So cool.
I thought he was, but I just didn't know
Yeah.
how everybody. He's like, man, there's mosquitoes out there.
Yeah.
There's all
Oh,
kinds of
whatever.
yeah. Like I
To have
mean,
that experience
I
and
know,
yeah.
I know. And he
Yeah.
said there's no cell technology. I was like, dude, that
Perfect.
is great. That's even better,
Perfect.
right? Like,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my
A
gosh.
bunch of hippies out in
Yes.
out in the volcanic soil. Can you imagine like just some of the
We all
sessions?
put our phones in a bowl and take off and yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
And could you imagine like the energies of like with these witchy ladies that we got,
Yeah.
how they could probably be in some great readings and
Oh
all
yeah.
kinds of stuff.
I can
Yeah.
picture it. We would be having some mind-blowing
Mhm.
experiences for sure.
I just
Yeah.
want to go to Kava at the source.
Yeah. Yep.
That's my dream. That's
Yeah.
my goal. That's mine and Joni's dream. And I want to take everybody that like you
Yep.
and everybody that helped lift us in our dream. I want to lift you guys up. And I think these
We're
types of
all in this
retreats,
together. We're
right.
such a team here and yeah.
I want to have these retreats on a regular basis. So maybe the
Mm-hmm.
first one would be Fiji, and then maybe we go to Hawaii, like all the
Yeah.
places that they grow kava,
Yep.
because they go to Tonga, Samoa. I would
Oh,
love to just
so
go through the
awesome.
island chains and like,
Yeah.
but
Oh my gosh.
if we are in Fiji, we go like a couple of days to do the kava thing. But I would want to go and stay in Bora Bora too.
Oh yeah. Oh
I mean,
yeah.
at least like a couple
Yeah.
of days
Yeah,
there
for
too. Come
sure.
on, man. Like stay in one of those huts that has that. That would be so
Yep.
wonderful.
That's
Yeah.
on my vision board too. I have wanted to stay in a tiki hut over the water and I need to add some new stuff to my vision board actually. Yeah.
And all I can say is I told people in the beginning I could be happy selling tacos in a tiki hut.
Mm.
As long as the weather was good and all my
Around
bills
good
were and
people.
around good people, that's all I
Mm-hmm.
care about, right?
Yeah.
And as long as all my
It's the
bills were
simple
taken,
things.
just simple,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And now here we are bidding contracts for the government with Kavacado. We've got Kavacado, the
Mm-hmm.
taco division, I guess, is what we're gonna have. We
Yeah.
have to start breaking. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
It's happening and it's happening fast. How long have we been doing Kava now? 7 months maybe?
7 months since December.
So we've been doing it just on first Fridays for the last 7 months and yeah, we're getting ready to
We
add
finally
some
got
new.
ourselves up, and it's gonna explode.
Yeah,
And
especially once we create that lounge out there. I've wanted to create a lounge, that's not the bar scene that people can come here and just hang out and socialize. So
Mhm.
we're probably going to need to extend our hours and figure out some new hours and stuff too.
Yeah.
So Yeah, everything's in the works for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, and so that's kind of our story. This is the updated version of
Mhm.
it, and, if you are capable and if you're not, like, halfway around the world and you live locally and you would like to try sample some of the new Kava that we
Mhm.
just purchased,
We will have that for next First
that
Friday,
will be
right?
there for next First Friday.
Awesome. Yeah.
So because next First Friday is what, in about 3 weeks?
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, this order should be here in about the next 5 to 7 business
Perfect.
days. Yeah.
Cool. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, anything else that you want to? I know this one's a shorter
Yeah,
episode,
this was
but
a shorter episode, so I don't think we have to update anybody on anything else
yeah,
except, stay tuned because
we
there's
got
gonna be a
lots coming.
lots coming, and, thank you everybody that listens and has supported us at
We are so
Kavacado.
grateful for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what and thank you, Tosh. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you're a wonderful and amazing person too, and you do so much for everybody.
Thank
I
you.
love seeing how things are starting to grow and blow up, and it's gonna be awesome, man.
It is. And I just love surrounding myself around people who are like minded and as energetic as you with all these ideas too, because I feel like I've always been that person. So to have more of those people come in, it's just, I love it.
You know what's interesting? I've never heard anybody in our circle of friends here at Mystic say, "No, that's a stupid idea."
Yeah.
Now, if we would have aired those ideas a year ago, I bounced some of these ideas off of other people. I won't
Mm-hmm.
say their name, but
Yeah.
they're highly negative thinkers,
Yeah.
right? And I have to say that if I would have ever listened to them, I would not be stepping into my dream now,
Mm.
right? Like
Yeah.
if I let them get in my doggone ear and tell me I can't do something or that's hard or why would you, whatever, then I wouldn't be in a place where I'm leveling up
Yep.
so quickly.
That's why it's so important. You are who you hang out with,
Yes.
and be very mindful of the people you surround yourself with. And we're all such high vibing people here. And it's just, yeah. And more of them are coming in, I've noticed recently.
You have to be selective of
Mhm.
your circle, right? And I don't mean that in a way to ostracize people or anything, but you have to guard your mindset.
Yep.
You have to guard it with everything. And sometimes, you can't share things because you
Yeah.
just know they're going to go negative. And it's like, man, if you're, and then it makes, because I'm a positive person
Yeah.
typically. So it's very hard for me to be around negative thinkers.
Oh, me too.
It drains my energy.
Yeah.
And where I work, there's a
Yep.
lot of negative thinkers.
Yeah.
Just anywhere you go in this, in where I work,
Yeah.
because the place facilitates that,
Mhm.
and as much as it is, I'm not taking away anything for somebody that has a career or working full time or any of those other things, but you are still working for somebody else.
Yep.
And they are still telling you, how to think or how to whatever, and you may or may not like that. And if you
Mhm.
don't like that, that rubs on your energy throughout
Yeah.
the day, and then especially like if your boss is in a bad mood and they're just being a jerk to you or something like that, and you don't know why. Then
Yeah.
you start wondering if you're gonna have a job the next day and all that extra anxiety. Who wants that, man?
Oh, you know how many people I've came across that they're like, finally, I just got off work. And I'm like, I don't remember the last time I ever felt like that.
Mhm.
Like yeah. So, well, we're all good vibes here, positive
Yes,
people.
and I love it. I actually come in here on a daily basis now
Mhm.
to recharge my
Yeah.
spirit so I could go back into my place, like
Yeah.
I come in on my lunch break or something, talk to people, like start dream building again
Yep.
so I can be
I love
materializing it
that.
and attracting that because if you allow people to take away from you, they will steal your energy,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
So
Yep.
thank you, Tosh. I really
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much, Derek. And yeah, we will get on a weekly system. I know we kind of took a break for a little bit, but scrapyard and yeah, lots of good stuff coming.
Lots of good stuff. Stay
Awesome.
tuned.
Yes. Talk to you soon.